I remember to get water now, so hopefully I won't have my voice going out at me like it just was with Taya. Although it does still seem a little weak, doesn't it? Oh well. Yeah. It's just the sand plague, it gets you. Everyone's cured. I'm not sure why the plague prompt is still showing up here. God, I'm almost out of time. I have to just finish this playthrough. I've procrastinated for too long. Are we whole again? Yes, we hear it. We are whole again. I hope so. Go to Shechem, the trial part before you. Did you accept your power over us? Are you our father now? Care isn't about power or violence, you fools. I'll show you one day. Beala Isugur, we thank you for what you have done for our body. You are a Yarkachin. You are an Imshin. What was my father's duty? Why did Earth reject him? Urlish, Urlish, why do you ask? I am but the kin's hangnail, a fleck of the skin. I don't know that. Who does then? Our Mother Superior, a 6-year-old child. No. Fine. You'll leave this poisonous grave now and soon. Otherwise the last person who might remember anything will die. We'll talk later. The screaming abates at last. I've seen my people's true face. Now is the time to teach them to see one another. Great, now I have to go there too. I don't have time for this. Okay. I think Shahen waits if I remember correctly, so it's not going to be my top priority. Do I try to cure anyone? Or try to protect anyone? I don't know. I mean, there's only 6 people in danger. I feel like I have a friend who will resent me if I let the Samatans get the plague, but, you know, I'm not streaming for him anymore, so... Still need to get the fund reward, that's very important. Okay. Gonna go back out the way I came. I feel like I don't have to protect people from the plague, because I should have enough plague cures to cure all of them, right? Yeah. That guy's still standing there. Interesting. And that one too. Wouldn't have expected that, but it'll still be there. I love the sound the water lapping makes. You get real water again. Which thing did I repair? Yes. Oh, right. Yippee, endgame water. Do I try to kill barley on 200% difficulty? In the past I decided no, but I've taken an extended break from the game, so... To what do I owe the pleasure? Grief wants you to stop operations, lock up and get lost. What a quick boy you are. Bad Grief's pal, huh? Well, Bad Grief's done. I'm in charge now. Who are you? Well, I'm the one who drew the first knife. Ever heard of Barley the barber? You've hurt an awful lot of people. Who's gonna stop us now? Whose law is it, forbidding knives? I'm done with your step preaching. Done. We're free people. If we want to cut folks, we'll cut folks. I dare you to stop us. I won't get involved. Yes, I know, Artemis' dialogue is all gonna be like, I'm a coward, I guess. Or maybe I already got that. But, one of those bodies is having a good time. I killed Barley. Grief's whole business is over. Oh my god. You alright, boys? Do I take their blood? Why would the town be calling me to Vars? I'm so curious. I don't remember anything to do with Var this late in the game. That might just be me, because I haven't played in a while. But there's so little time left, and I still have so much to do. Maybe I can get down there if I happen to have time. Blood or no blood. Don't really have inventory space for blood. I do want to go brew things, maybe. Alright. Alright, need to stop procrastinating. Just make a decision. Okay. I don't think the blood's worth enough at this point in the game. Alright, we're just gonna go. Why isn't it giving me any kind of thought update on Bad Grief? Oh, I guess it did. Okay. Gonna move on. I'm frankly not even sure I have time to brew anything. Yeah, screw it. We're gonna get a shotgun from Grief, but what are the chances I use it? Wait. The caches stay till 7:30? So technically I wouldn't have to get them yet? But then they'll be in stab zones, which is probably worse than the plague, so I guess it still makes sense to try to get them now. Mournful note, howling all night, my farewell song, TL with the first star. Sure, I can just feel that friend of mine cursing me as I walk away from the in danger Andre Samaton. So what I've really accomplished with this playthrough, I think, is proving that I choked on water. Yes, I've truly proven my ability to choke on water. I'm so impressive. I have proven that, um,
You don't look so happy. Must have come from the hospital.
there is no hospital anymore, kid. Whatever, going. Gotta get to Lara. What was I saying? Oh, I was gonna say, if I've proven anything with this playthrough, it's that following the rules of the children's cash game doesn't matter mechanically whatsoever, and you can just take everything with impunity and still get the Schmouters on day 10. So, while I think Artemy respecting the rules of the children's game makes more sense from a role-playing perspective, and so in a non-extreme challenge run context, I would support it. It apparently does not matter whatsoever mechanically. Apparently the kids are not so petty as to not give Artemy the plague cures when just because he stole from them like systematically. Just so much robbing the kids. That's actually slightly more inconvenient to get to from a pathing standpoint than I'd initially realized. No, no schmatter. You whiners, if you tie a piece of thread to the railing of your house, you'll be back. You sure will. Okay. Excuse me. I guess just back the way I came. I don't know. I shouldn't have come here. I'm so running out of time. I'm gonna be down to the wire again. I'm always down to the wire, aren't I? Crap. sound of paper crushed and thrown away. She's not calling, but you should come right now. She needs you. Well, I'm sorry, Aglaya Lilich, because Lara needs me. And I might run out of time. That's cool, that's fine. I'm completely calm. Nothing is stressful about this situation. Sure. Everyone sure is frantically running these days. Please get there in time. Me. I think I'll make it. I think I'll make it. Gain another drink. Bobhead. So, did they execute her? Whom? The mistress of the house. Who are you? So here's the thing. The mistress of the house, she said, I'm gonna go kill the general. 'Cause the general, he put my dad, Captain Ravel, through a court-martial for insubordinate conduct, and then my dad got sentenced and executed as a traitor and a deserter. And then she said, fate sent him to me now. General Block, that is. Kill the general. What do you mean, kill the general? Just like that. Got herself a gun and went to the headquarters, and us, she said, take my household and manage it well, so that the whole shelter thing won't end with her, right? So now we're having to look around. Sorry if we disturbed anything. She went to head to the headquarters, the town hall. Was it long ago? I mean, you won't catch her on time, unkind sir. Half an hour ago or so. No, this is insane. Who in the world is she planning to kill? Lara, you idiot. Crumpled letter. The paper is torn, the writing barely legible. Remember that time at the scruff? You said fate doesn't choose people, but people choose fate. So I have. I'm glad you're not here. Would have been scarier with you. Hey. The rest is unreadable. Artemi Burah, Doctor. Where's General Block? State your business. Urgent. The General is sick. Excuse me. Apparently I'm a little sick too. The Provisional Executive Officer is Captain Longan. I'm a doctor. Let me examine the General. General Block is out sick. Captain Longan is now in charge of the quarantine measures. You can try your luck with him when he's back. You paper pusher. Wake up. I'm a doctor. Show me your teeth one more time and you'll carry them home in your pocket. Got it? Got it. The door is over there, Doctor. I don't like this at all. Does the Commissaire Glalilich know about this? Over there. You people are dousing fire with kerosene.
Was it a month ago? I don't remember.
He's not here. What have you done? I failed. I failed. You should be thanking heavens you failed. They've done him in. Without me. But you wanted to do it yourself, didn't you? Bet you were planning to shout something too, make sure he knew what he'd die for. Yes? Yes. Why aren't they throwing you out? They don't care. They're no longer the military. Really, they look military enough to me. There's a mutiny. A rebellion. I've overheard. Only, it's not real. They told the soldiers that the general caught the plague, so they're leaving. But he's not sick. They've arrested him. To leave the town, you see. I see full well. Only, here's what I think. Longan, the mutineers' leader, was Block's executive officer, his loyal watchdog. Father wrote that he'd go through hell or high water for the general. Meaning, what? It's not a mutiny. They seize him to make sure he doesn't have to disobey orders. They adore him. General Ashes, a beloved general. They removed him from dirty work to make sure he has an excuse. That he's safe. That he's not punished when they return. Oh, she's shouting. I was reading that way too quietly. So let them leave without bombardment. But Gravel, dear, please. Sweet Gravel, let's go. You shouldn't be here. It's all pointless. All pointless. To the contrary, such events follow a particular line, so to speak. The army is split, fighting among themselves, frightened witless the heroes. General Block has been arrested. Name and occupation? A surgeon from the hospital. I came to get my pay. Oh, a doctor. On General Block's orders, the local public fund will now be managed by the military. Take your payment as usual. Equal shares for everyone. You're the last people who should be managing this. Here to get coupons? Yes. Next payment is no sooner than tomorrow. Okay. Alright. It actually did not take terribly long, did it? Excuse me. Okay, so. Excuse me again. Does checking on Lara matter at all? I could then take a boat down there. I don't know. I don't remember if anything happens if you check on Lara. I'm gonna do it. I feel better if I do it. You alright, Lara Ravel? Is she even here yet? I guess not. Okay, never mind. Guess that's why I didn't remember what happened if you check on her. Nothing. Kinds probably don't have anything to say this late in the game. If it's anything like Pathologic 1, Georgi's probably Simon by now. But I guess that would be things the Bachelor would learn, not the Heresvex. Which side are you on? Ours. See how it is here? Fucking trigger-happy idiots, fucking morons shooting our own. Why? There's a split. Some follow the general, others follow Longan, the executive officer. What do you want here? Can't you see we're done for? Ha! Ha! Calm down. Hands up, I said. Raise your hands, now! I'm a doctor. Put away the gun. Away, I said. There. I'm leaving.
The wench has us all over a barrel. Nothing to be done about it now.
She's right there, Grief. Gosh. Will you stop slumping? You look like a question mark, not a person. That remark feels very targeted to me in real life, and I don't appreciate it, Grief. You would... I locked up the warehouse, Grief, and bashed a number of heads in. So you want me a treat and a pat on the head? Actually, yes, that would be very nice. I would also like to be called Good Girl. Hope you didn't strain a muscle bashing theirs. That's fine, I'm used to it. Did my salvation come at the cost of you getting your hands bloody? Dirty business. You know what? Here, have this gun. Will at least help keep things cleaner next time. Maybe. How did they let you in here with a gun? It has no ammo, and, well, what? It's a good gun, I suppose. Never checked. I only carried it for show, so they'd fear me. That's how it works, you know? They won't try anything so long as they're afraid. Won't get cocky, won't make you rein them in, won't make you use the gun. But they've lost fear. Guess I'm not a villain anymore. My conscience is burning like a witch. You've never been a villain. A crook, sure, but not a villain. Here's what I'm thinking, cub. God gave you golden hands, so you became a healer. If you had bare paws, you'd be a gravedigger. Why did your old man send you away? 'Cause you're his successor, and naturally talented to boot. You catch my drift? I think so. Point being, you never had a choice. Your path was tailored for you, with a pretty bow on top. But who's the tailor, cub? Who? I don't know either. Fate? What do you think of your fate? I used to be a thief, yet they made me a storekeeper, and what a perfect fit I made. I got my warehouse kingdom, and with it the inside of the town's great machine. I kept Vlad's riches while having all I could dream of. Can't imagine a sweeter life. So what in the world are you unhappy about? Was I tailored for that life then? The fit was perfect. If the fit was so perfect, what are you doing here? Go back to the warehouses. I don't want it anymore. I don't want that fate. I want a choice. Only, I'm dangling from a string, cub. Just like you. We're bound. So if you have us do, run away, hoping the strings tear. Well, I know I didn't run far. The moment the grip loosened, I stopped, and, well, here I am, sitting nice and quiet. You really ought to stop this. Grief, where does your free spirit take you? Out of the frying pan into the fire. She seems to have damaged your mind. Slow and imprecise, but devastating at close range. A weapon for bandits and hunters, unused by the army. Grief used to have one. Man sure loves his hunts.
The cane shouldn't mess around with my railroad's ties. Such labor is beneath them.
We need to escape, cub. Escape. Where to? It's the only way to escape, don't you get it? Fate belies freedom. You're a toy, and you can't become human while you have a fate, so you must break it. That's what your old man wanted from you. How do you know what he wanted? He tried to break his fate and the fate of the town, so he died. What are you going on about? Are you completely daft? I've been telling you for like an hour. You aren't alive when you're part of someone else's design. Do you get it? That's why the sound pest came upon us, mowing us down, and we do nothing. How could we? Just toys. This taps in interestingly to the theory I was developing recently. My theories about Isidore Barak and maybe his genocidal plan isn't evil to him because he knows the twists. He knows we're toys. He knows about the powers that be from Pathologic 1. Maybe I started thinking about the endings in the context of the powers instead of the more literal interpretations of the endings. Like, what if the reason Isidore was willing to have all these people die was because they were dolls, and his goal is to get us to destroy the polyhedron, which would sever the connection between the dolls and the powers that be, giving the dolls that survive freedom, allowing the ones that were left to become real people, to no longer be bound by fate. And that's the future he wanted to move into. I started wondering if the nocturnal and diurnal endings were actually different ways the powers could move on from death. So maybe it's not about. Maybe if I don't think of it on the level of killing the Earth versus saving the people, what if instead it's about childhood, killing the sense of wonder and magic in order to move forward and become an adult, versus retaining them and living that way forever, but the game never really ends. I need to replay the endings with that interpretation in mind if I want to see if it's applicable, but the idea of the endings as different ways the powers could come to deal with death and whether they move into a more typical adulthood or stay in the game with the way the polyhedron stops kids from aging is a concept that interests me, especially since it could put Isidore's genocidal plan in a different light and potentially not really justify his actions, but make them more interesting in the same way Aglaya's violence is interesting, because they would both not see the people around them as people. Alright. Well, maybe you're right.
Restrained and composure.
I have the proof I need to demolish that Tower of Death. This is a goodbye then, Artemi Barach. Over these last few days, you have truly become significant to me. Perhaps the one person I care about. Wow, how did I manage that? I deeply respect open-minded people, unconstrained by whatever is imposed upon them, capable of finding less obvious connections. It's a skill poets have, and step surgeons, it seems. What's the word? People call us by different names. Depends if the treatment worked. Well, let us part as friends. For the first time, I say this to someone I wanted to create patterns with. What's wrong? Today I will be killed. How do you know? Call it a hunch. What for? The military would never miss a shot at an inquisitor. We always hinder their advances. They pay us back in kind. I know they have the order. They must. This isn't my first year on the job. You need to flee then. I have thought about it. Send a courier in my place. Or better yet, 3. But no. That would be cowardice. Flee? In what transport? Speaking of, how did you get here in the first place? It's not like you flew in on a broom, surely. Not on a broom, no. Don't ask unnecessary questions. That's an inquisitorial skill, ending the game, not in stalemate or checkmate, but by simply getting up from the table. I'd love to do the same if I could. You've turned my world upside down again, Artemi Barach. A self-taught, backwoods surgeon. Fine. I'll send 3 couriers with the papers to the headquarters, and I'll leave town tonight. I have that option, but only if you come with me. I agree. I didn't expect you to agree. I want to abandon the tracks laid down for me. Now's the time to do it. Those are the lines I see. Good. Yes. It's the right thing to do. Right. A train will wait for us by the passenger station at 2 in the morning. I will meet you there. See you. A glial has been added to blood. Aglaya's mission is complete. She's doomed to die here, but she only wants to flee this hell if it's with me. I accepted. We'll meet tonight at the station. Agalaya has ordered the polyhedron to be demolished. The couriers with our orders will reach their headquarters in the morning. Should I make sure they get there safely? Or that they don't? The main reason I'm agreeing to Aglaya's plan here is not very many people do that I've seen on online playthroughs, at least. So, and I think it's peak theater of cruelty game design. I love it. So I want to share it, even if it screws up my chances a little. It has never happened to me before. What's never happened to you before? Something strange is happening to me. I could put it into words, and yet I do not have the words. It's weakness. I must purge it from my heart. The words you choose don't matter. What matters is always glimpse between them, anyway. Speak to me. What about? I don't know. Just speak. Touch me with your words. I'm not inclined towards touch lately. Touching others leads to certain death now. I don't care. I mean, no. I do care. I can't talk about it. You'll die soon. Doctors could feel when death's inevitable. It looks by people's bedsides, like in that story about the doctor who made a contract with him. Perhaps. Yes, you may be right. Enough. This is weakness. No more. I refuse it. No means no. And this is the final word I'll speak to myself. You really are alive, huh? Warm blood and a beating heart. Who would have guessed? I'm getting a bit exhausted. I need to wrap up playing and at least take a short break. But so close to the end of the day. And there's just one day left that I need to not procrastinate on. Cause, oh, hi soldier, you startled me. Just a little soldier jump scare, hee 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 hee. Let me find out what's going on here then. Absolutely nothing. Okay then. Not sure why the town was calling me. I think I might have read about a bug with the town calling you to Vars, but there's nothing there. So... okay, well, whatever. Ah, shit. I still feel like I'm better off with a lockpick. No. Okay. Just gonna save my game. Figure out where I'm gonna go next and all this. Okay. When I return then, day 11.